Hi, and welcome to the Esther Foundation's Healing Café, a series in which we interview a variety of interesting guests about their experiences with mental health. Today's guest is going to be Yu-Chen Zhang. Thank you so much for joining us today, Yu-Chen. Introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Yu-Chen. I'm a college freshman, and I came into Esther Foundation support group at the end of my freshman year in high school when I knew Dr. Lee and he invited me to support group. So one Saturday I had the time and I joined, and I continued ever since.
And what was so important about that first time that kind of made you keep going?
I think what was so important about that first time is it really realized that I had a safe space to really express myself, express my inner struggles. At the time I had a lot of personal conflicts with my family. I had some difficulty getting along with people, expressing myself, but more importantly, I felt that I was being judged very frequently. So that was very hard on me, and I kept it to myself, and even though I'm a very expressive person. So
when you were struggling with these things, what made you reach out for help when you did?
I remember at my first support group, there were a lot of emotional expressings, people opening themselves up, talking about their deep thoughts and feelings. So that really made me open up about the conflict that I had within my family, difficulty communication, and at the time I remember doing a role play and really seeing others to put themselves in my shoes and putting myself into the shoes of others. It really let me understand what empathy is and really how to not only consider the feelings of other people, but to express the feelings of not only other people, but also myself. That's what I really learned, how to truly express myself, truly express my emotions, express my feelings, understand what I'm going through. But I think the most important part is allowing myself to go through what I'm going through. I think it's easier to judge myself than other people. Too many teenagers, especially, often worry about fitting in, and it's just mentally draining because you really don't know how others judge you, and at the same time, you're worrying.
Your point about teenagers judging themselves very harshly. I think a lot of us can relate to that, whether we're teenagers or we were teenagers in the past. And psychologically speaking, that is something developmentally that occurs in the brain of a teenager. What is something about communication that younger people often don't realize is important?
I think it's not necessarily just communication. It's more about being vulnerable and being able to reach out, because a lot of the time when we communicate, we don't talk about our inner heart, and we just instead say a lot of things that are very shallow. But I think when you have that deeper connection, when you communicate to others, that's when the connection begins. That's when you can truly feel the heart of the people that you're talking to. When you communicate often and communicate from your heart, when you say the truth, that your parents will understand what you're going through, that your friends are going to understand what you're going through, and they're going to help you. And that's how you, in a sense, create a support network that will be incredibly valuable to help you go through the tough times, because it is tough being a teenager, especially in the pandemic.
And once, because of coronavirus, everyone ended up so isolated, I believe that your advice about how to set up a support network for yourself, finding people you feel comfortable being vulnerable with, and embracing those connections, that's incredible advice to give some of our younger viewers. And so we just want to thank you so much for sharing your experience and for joining us today. And did you have any closing comments?
Yes, I just want to say to everyone that's watching, please don't be afraid to reach out, because when you reach out, when you speak your heart, that's when others will truly understand and appreciate of you as who you are.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much, Yu-Chen.
Thank you.
Alright, okay. Tell me when.
3.
Okay.
We did that twice already.
And now we're gonna do it again.
Thank you again for joining us today at the Esther Foundation's Healing Cafe. For more information and mental health resources, please check links below in the description. We also ask that you please like, subscribe, and share this video to anyone who you feel it would benefit. Thank you again, and we'll see you next week.
With the Esther Foundation, you are not alone.
Awesome.
Yay!